Hi everyone, a huge welcome to Steve's Kitchen. I've just been eating myself some Chunky Monkey Reese's peanut butter cup ice cream. And I can tell you, just come in here and take a look how delicious this looks. You've got the crunchy cookies in there, the peanut butter, you've got fruit in the way of bananas. This tastes absolutely delicious. And we made it here in the kitchen with very few tools whatsoever. So come on, what are we waiting for? Let's get and make this delicious Chunky Monkey ice cream cake. You're going to want some sort of tray to make this in. I'm going for a 9-inch round like this. Just come down here and I want to line it because it'll be easier to cut this thing out. I'm just taking a piece of baking paper, folding it to a point like that, and then we're just going to cut it around, and that leaves me with a nice circle to go in the middle there. Now I'm calling it Chunky Monkey because everything's going to be broken up and chunky inside it, and I'm going to be using Digestive Biscuits. They were easy to get here in Malaysia. If you want, you can use graham crackers or any sort of cookies that you prefer. Now you could lay the cookies out like this inside your tray, but I'm actually just going to break them up a little bit and lay them out flat because I want that nice rough texture. Try to fill up all the little gaps if you can. Now I'm going to take a cup and a half of thick whipping cream. Now you could actually use Cool Whip or something pre-whipped. That's about 375 mils. Want to whip this cream up until it's nice and frothy. Now if you like, you could use a vanilla pudding or a pre-made custard for this, but I just like the fresh whipped cream. So we're going to whip up our cream till it's nice and stiff. So you want to whip your cream until it's fairly stiff like that. But remember, this is not a sweet cream at the moment. So I'm going to sweeten it up with some sweet condensed milk. Now, this is a tin of condensed milk. I'm not going to use all of it, pretty much most of it, but not all. And what we're going to do is fold that into our whipped cream. Actually, before I finish stirring that in, I'm going to add about a teaspoon or teaspoon and a half of vanilla extract. And just mix that through until you get a lovely sweet vanilla cream. Now I want to use about half of this cream, which I'm just going to pour over the biscuit base. And I'm just going to use a spatula just to level this over. Next, we're going to take a banana. I'm just going to peel this back. And I'm going to slice the banana up fairly thinly. Now I just want to take those banana pieces, pop them into a bowl here. I've just cut the end off of a lemon and I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice, not too much, just to stop the bananas from going brown. Give those a little turn through. And then we just want to take these banana slices and just pop them on top of the cream. Doesn't matter if there's a few gaps in there because we're going to be using the Reese's peanut butter cups as well. Now take those peanut butter cups and we're just going to cut them into quarters. I'm probably going to need at least maybe 4 or 5. Take these lovely little sweet peanut butter cups and just place them in between the bananas like so. That looks about perfect. Now we want to start our layer again with our cookies. So I'm just breaking the cookies and I want to completely cover over all the bananas and the Reese's peanut butter cups. Try and get them as even as possible. And as I say, you could use pretty much any cookie you like. Be adventurous. Tell me what cookies that you decide to use. Comment down below. I even considered maybe using ginger nut cookies, which would give a great flavor if you like that combination. I think that's looking just about perfect. So I've got my cookie layer. We're going to take the rest of that sweet vanilla cream and pour it over the top. We're going to be topping this with a delicious chocolate coating, but I want to chill this down. So I'm going to pop this in the freezer for me. Now we don't need to completely freeze that up, but I think it takes about 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours to firm up enough so we can put a chocolate ganache coating on top. And when it's almost ready, when it feels a little bit firm on top, I've got 4 ounces, that's about 100 grams of chocolate. Into that, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of the thick cream, the same cream we used in the cake. Pour that over the top of the chocolate. And we're just going to heat this in the microwave 30 seconds at a time for probably about 1.5 minutes maximum to allow the chocolate to melt into the cream. Now that's been about 2 bursts of 30 seconds. My microwave here hasn't even got a proper timer on it, so I'm having to count that one out. So the warmth of the cream is actually melting the chocolate down. That's absolutely perfect. I'm looking for this lovely glossy chocolate finish. Now my Chunky Monkey ice cream cake has been in the freezer a couple of hours, and this ganache is not super hot. It's actually warm but not hot. I'm going to get a spatula and just pour this over the top of the ice cream. Now it should be runny enough that we're able to just tilt it from side to side to get a nice even coating. I'm going to take one of those Reese's peanut butter cups, pop it in the center there, but the rest of them, I'm just going to cut them up and we are just going to stick them in. It's really just to get chunky Reese's peanut butter cups on the top of this ice cream cake. Now I want to set this in the freezer until it's fully firm now, and then we're going to slice it and have a try. Now I've let the Chunky Monkey ice cream cake set in the freezer, and just come and take a look at this. We're going to need to release it from the tin. I've got a little crank handle spatula. I've just popped it in some hot water, and hopefully with the paper around the bottom, all we're going to have to do is release this from the outside. So I'll just run this around. If I'm lucky, I'm going to be able to pop this out. There you go, it's come out in one piece. How beautiful is that? I'm going to turn it over. How gorgeous is that? My Chunky Monkey Reese's Peanut Butter Cup ice cream cake. Come on, let's get a slice. So I'm going to get my knife in there. I'm going to cut this just like I would a tart. Let's get all the way through. Beautiful. Now, how big a slice shall I have? Here she comes. What does that look like? Absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to pop that down on a plate. Now it's time for me to give this a try. We've got that crunchy cookie, the peanut butter, the bananas, don't forget. Let's go. Oh, it's cold. It's so good. All those flavors are coming through. The bananas there, really strong. The peanut butter cups, absolutely delicious. So this is a nice, simple recipe you can make in the kitchen with very limited appliances, and it tastes delicious. So give a thumbs up if you like the Chunky Monkey Reese's Peanut Butter Cup ice cream cake, and I will see you in a recipe next weekend where we'll still be cooking in this kitchen with very few appliances. So if you're in a similar boat to me, I'll see you next weekend. Take care.